The Quinta is, firstly, it's a beautiful wild little corner here in Carcavelos. I live just 10-minute walk over there in Parede, and I love the fact that there is this space that I can walk through. I can see wild nature. I see little hares, the lebras dancing around, and see the birds flying around. There's a little stream. It's not too clean, sadly, but this is a place there where it still hasn't been affected by the development, by the growing city that eats up all of these green spaces for further development. So I think that this space it's a little bit unloved. I think that it should be held on to, and the idea that in today's moment of ecological and biodiversity emergency, the fact that Cascais Camara is willing to proceed with this massive development is completely wrong, because this council, Cascais, they are doing many great things to advance the green agenda and doing some great work, but at the same time they're allowing for the destruction of a huge green area of about 35 hectares when we should be protecting it, and not only protecting it but improving what this space is, improving the river all the way to Sassueros going up, and improving the communities around her, the accessibility to this space, and also in terms of the history. I'm a new immigrant here. I'm from Ireland. I'm only here a few years now, I suppose, but it raises questions about democracy, and I think active participation is one of the fundamental bases of a healthy society. So when Cascais talks about resilience at all the different levels, we talk about social resilience. The fact that you can have a process which has been won by a non-democratic process, when somebody was mandated by this parish council, the Junta Freguesia, when they were mandated to say no, they went in and their vote, they said yes, and that's the vote that went from no to yes, that gave the permissions for this to be changed into a modern housing development. So the fact that that is so unfair, if that happened in other cultures around the world, people would stand up and they would not allow it to happen. The world changes when people have a desire to make change because it makes sense. We're deep into a climate breakdown. We're deep into biodiversity breakdown. We have to recognize that it's emergency. We need to stop. We need to understand what has to be done to bring things back to a better state, and then start doing the work to restore nature back to a healthier level. So we can do that. This is already a great start because it hasn't been affected, but we can do more. We can follow the river up. We can bring in more regenerative processes with all the communities and schools that live in this little watershed here, and we can think about what does it mean to live in an ecologically and a socially just future.